Alright guys, welcome back to another video here in the shop at LS Nasty. I don't know if the mic will pick it up. We're factory mic. We're OEM micing it right now. My other mic has not come in. I gotta get a replacement mic. Pretty high dollar, $300 for a mic that lasted how long? Not too long. Alright, so let me set the camera down. We'll talk to you guys for a second about what we got going on here. It's been a doozy. Back in the swing of things. First off, look at this shirt. Pow! You can only get this shirt in one of the mystery boxes. I think it's just a good looking shirt. It is just a good looking shirt. So, today is Thursday when I'm filming this. So, I got to get this video done quick. Out to you guys. We're going to film a video later at the track with the cow. Big news on the cow coming probably in tomorrow's video as well. Today we're going to be working on the bad apple. We've been working on the bad apple last night and yesterday, cleaning up the shop. A lot of stuff to clean up around here. I really just got to fill the dumpster up, get it emptied, fill the dumpster up again, pick some stuff up, put some tools away, fill the dumpster up again. A lot of stuff to clean up. Trying to make this LS Nasty 2.0. Matt, what is LS Nasty 2.0 to you?
A shop.
What is LS Nasty 1.0?
A normal shop.
It's a little rough.
Hangout shop.
Yeah, it's a little rough. We're trying to get away from hangout and go more into like race program shop. But in order to do that, we need to get some cars done. So we got the Black Sheep ready to rock, locked and loaded. Today's Thursday. We're about to do the lock-ins for the $20,000 race, October 22nd, 23rd. Very important to you guys. Stock block shootout paying $3,000 on Friday night. Gamblers Race, Friday night, 100% payback, plus we're going to put some money on top of it for 28s. The top 2 cars in that class, so if they're not already in the 30-car field, finals pair are advancing to the next day to run for $20,000. Then on Saturday...
Final running pair.
Final running pair, yeah.
Yeah, so if the finals or semifinalists, they break or something, we're just going to keep going back. So there will be 2 cars no matter what.
Yeah, 2 cars are going to advance. So we're going to have a 32-car field running for $20,000 on Saturday at Red Springs, Thunder Valley. It's going to be absolutely packed. Madhouse. It's going to be great. People crowd down the starting line. It's going to be insane. It's going to be insane. And then we also have an Outlaw Street class. The Outlaw Street class, it's kind of like a mix between stock block, all steel, all glass, and like some limited street stuff. I want to have it opened up so we can get a large crowd. I don't have the rules in front of me, but it's a good. The thing about Red Springs that makes it so good is you can show up with a damn 390 car. That does not mean you're going to win. The 460 car might put you out first round. That's the nature of the beast running out at Red Springs.
Not that the track's bad. I mean,
no, the track is good, but it's one of those things where it's not like, oh, you just got to roll it off the start line and put power to it. You have to be smart every increment on that track to get down, and it's always good racing. It's always good racing out there. Yeah. So. You better have your driver skills with you. Don't leave them at the house because you're going to be hanging onto that wheel.
Parachute packed.
Yeah, parachute packed. It's going to be good. So that's what we're going to be doing today, and then we're going to go to Glot. But right now what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the bad apple. So we have been going through and kind of fixing everything that was kind of like not right with it. There was some stuff on there that we should have changed previously. Kind of got overlooked. So now we are going back through it, making sure it's 100% done right. You guys saw we already fixed the steering column with the bent steering wheel, the brake pedal with the extender, the gas pedal, like all these things that are just, they add up and they make the car a lot less nice. Yeah, less nice, less enjoyable than what it could be. So you guys know we're switching over to a different oil pump because the oil pump was not fastened correctly. It had a bunch of slack in it. Was trying to pull the belt off. Balancer, very, very, very old. 20-year-old balancer. Not that there's anything wrong with it. I mean, it might be fine.
Well, you should be able, the elastomer, I mean, I think it needs to be replaced every 5 years. It's one of those things like you don't want your balancer to come apart. And the balancer is really the lifeblood of the motor. I mean,
this comes off and gets all wobbly, then your crank's messed up.
Yeah,
the block could be messed up.
It does exactly what it says.
Balances.
Harmonics.
We're having a slight issue with this stuff. So pretty much, short story, This is a small block Ford balancer, but back in the day, 20 years ago when ATI was making them, they were making everything small block Chevy.
If you guys notice the keyway vertical, then you have the these dowel holes. They like index it whenever they're machining it, and then this is a newer one, and then the one on the car is brand new. You notice keyway's up, it lines up with a bolt hole. Well, this thing has multiple holes drilled in it, so does this, but the pattern is different. This is a 3-bolt or 4-bolt Ford, and this is a symmetrical 3-bolt like a small block Chevy or something. So now we're getting into the trigger wheel that we had doesn't fit, the mandrel doesn't fit.
The typical, like, change one thing, everything else has to be changed with it. But at the end of the day, it needs to be done right, and that's what we're working on. So we're trying to get the bad apple. The bad apple, to be 100% transparent, has been absolutely whooping our ass.
Yeah, that's race car stuff. You guys know. If everything just bolted on, then everybody'd be building race cars. But you get this stuff that, this doesn't fit, and then that doesn't fit, and then these two things together, they don't fit together, and then you got so many different manufacturers, so many different parts, and this is part of it. And this is where, like I said, devil's in the details, and a lot of people, they cut corners, and they always have problems. So
all right, so this is what we're looking at here. We got the new balancer on there, and everything is good, pressed on appropriately. New motor plate is in there, which I guess is, kind of like a rough cut. We can trim up the corners, or we're going to leave it just like that. I mean, really, it just needs to be in there to hold everything down. As you can see here, we're fighting a slight issue there.
Yeah.
Didn't really tighten it down a lot.
No, it's actually, we put it on there, and I was trying to take it back off, and they only torqued to like 16 foot-pounds, but whenever it was coming back off, it turned a little bit and then just stopped, and then the Torx Plus broke off. Now, on these ATI stuff, a lot of you guys that put them together, they're not a regular Torx. They're called a Torx Plus. So if you run a regular Torx bit in that, you will strip it out. So I've seen a bunch of them that the bolts stripped out, and that's because you use a regular Torx. It's a T40 Torx Plus. A little bit different.
Perfect. Well, and that's what we don't have one at the shop now.
No, I got another one.
Oh, we have another one.
We just got to get that out. But
luckily, I have extra.
Yeah, we got some
bolts.
Yeah, extra Torx Plus bolts. So now we're just gonna go get a impact driver and try to drive it out. Maybe I'll probably just pull the whole balancer back off of it.
So let's get into the detail. Where's that other trigger wheel? All right, so we got the two trigger wheels here. It's very important that it is indexed properly. So flip that thing around.
Yep, so you see this one has a groove machined on it, and it indexes around the outside of the balancer hub. This one is designed to index on this. So I put this together. Well, you can see on this one. You see the actual hub does not protrude past the shell, because on those get a couple. There's just so many, like, why things change so much. So ATI with a Ford, they have A, B, and C timing pointer locations. So you got, like, I think A's all the way down, then B's up, and then C's on the driver's side. So they have different length hubs. They have a 3-inch and like a 4-inch and maybe like 3.35. We have a 3-inch. They don't make a. I would just get a 4-bolt one and everything would work perfect, but they don't make it in the 3-inch, and then having to change it all and space it out and redo everything becomes the issue, because like this one, if you notice, the hub protrudes past the shell. So you get a regular trigger wheel like this, and it indexes on there like that. And then your mandrel machine there indexes on that. Everything's good.
It is 100% crucial that it all indexes, because if it doesn't, it wobbles
It cannot center it. Like, it has to be centered, because if your trigger wheel has any run out, it's going to cause ignition problems. If your mandrel has run out, that's going to cause the belt to get tighter and looser every time it comes around. Everything has to be indexed in some fashion. On an MK Ultra, I did a bunch of machining and all this stuff. I 3D printed some stuff just so I can get everything indexed perfectly. So now we just got a bunch of...
We got like a bunch of puzzle pieces for the wrong puzzle.
Yeah, like this hub and this hub is the same hub, but somebody's machined this down to bring it even closer to the engine. Both these are 560 hubs, I think. That's a 560 hub. the shell's just different. I mean,
So we actually ordered the exact same part number of what we had, but over the time, ATI, 20 years ago,
yep.
ATI just made them all like a small block Chevy.
Yep. Like it's yeah. So now I'm gonna try to get ATI on the phone and figure out, you know, if we can do anything and what they think about. Yeah, this one's been beat pretty good.
20 years of abuse.
Yep. So, all right. Well,
that's where we're at with the bad apple. Once we get this on there,
brake lines.
we got a bunch of stuff ordered because we moved all the brake master cylinders inside the vehicle. Once we get this on, then we can start really messing with the oil pump. But you need to have everything aligned, have the mandrel on there to get your spacing right, and then start mocking up the oil pump, redo the oil lines and everything like that. So
yeah, we
can't get ahead of yourself.
No, you gotta have. It's one of those things. Like there's stuff we need to order, but we can't order it until we have everything to figure out. Like, hey, this is where we're gonna go. Because our oil pump before was a 2-stage. We're gonna go to a single stage because before the turbo drain went to the oil pump and it scavenged. And I don't really like to scavenge it straight out of the turbo because it can create a lot of vacuum in the cartridge, and I don't want to damage the bearings or anything. So this turbo, like, if it's low enough, you can do that, but you really need to let it drain into a can and then scavenge it out of that. But with this turbo mounted where it's at, it's high enough to where if we put a bung right here on the pan, we can run the drain straight to the pan. No scavenge pump, no anything. So that's, you know, if you can get away without running a scavenge pump, do it, because scavenge pump's extra weight, it's extra draw on the battery, and just another failure point. So if you can get rid of the scavenge pump, just run it without one. So that's what we're going to try to do. And then we can run a single stage pump, so just pressure side, you know, suctions out of the pan, goes to the filter, and then back to the motor, and then, you know, just causes everything to be a lot more simple, you know, big on simplicity.
Yeah.
So we're going to do that. Got to machine some spacers. I'm going to try to find somebody that has a lathe around here. Before it had some washers and stuff, we're going to get rid of all that. These spacers go inside this. These spacers normally fit, but Jessel has a couple different drive sizes, so they have one that's like really short, and they have one that's a little bit longer. So we're going to be running the short setup to bring everything back, but the spacers need to be cut down. So we got to take 533 thousandths of all these spacers. So everything will be bolted up, ready to go, and hopefully then the Apple will be running.
Yeah, it's just like these little punch list things that are just killing us because nothing's fit up, or we're discovering that it was done kind of.
I mean, it takes a lot of time because, I mean, like, if you don't have a lathe, I mean, now we got to go find. I mean, you could literally just, something very simple like, hey, we need to cut these spacers down. I mean, that can take 3-4 hours because you got to go find somewhere, you got to drop them off, you got to go back and pick them up, or they can do them there. So this stuff is, you know, takes a lot of time. I mean, we could probably cut these down with a porta band and do it, but if somebody's local has got one, you know, we'll do that. I'll just, you know, last ditch effort. But you know, really right now it's just getting everything to fit in the balancer. So we got to get the bolt out. We're gonna go get an impact driver, knock that thing out, and go from there.
All right, guys. Well, I know you guys just hate the videos of me talking, or us talking, or us going over some stuff, but we've been working, we've been grinding. Huh?
I hate it. I mean, I want to get out there and I want to race, but
oh, not only that, like, it's tough to film this stuff because we're not like, if you were just watching, you're like, oh, you guys installed a balancer, but we're doing a lot of figuring. Dude, this fly, I swear to you, it's been fun. Why is this whole shop? All right. So, anyways,
spiders.
It's tough to really film something like that because visually it doesn't look like we're making a lot of progress. We're not going to film our conversations that we have trying to figure everything out, or when we're on the phone with someone being like, hey, I see y'all made this different in 20 years.
Yeah. How many revisions have you made?
Yeah. So I apologize in that sense, but I want to get you the car content. We're going racing tonight. I know that. Matt drove the cow from the house here this morning, so we're driving the cow to the track tonight. We're going to go bust some ass. Try to go racing this weekend, do something with that.
We need to do anything on it?
Cow? No, we need to go put ice in it. We already put fuel in it. Just put ice in it when we go to the track.
Tire's good?
Yep, tire's good. Some big changes coming to the cow in the future. And then we got the Caprice giveaway coming up with a wrap coming on it soon. Got new motor mounts going in it, and yeah, I mean it's gonna be badass. So October 1st is the first day of the LS Nasty Daily Driver giveaway number 1. So get excited about that. And I guess I'm gonna go edit this video, get it out for you guys so you guys have something to watch at lunch. Tomorrow, promise you action-packed footage. Go out Motorsports Park.
Weather good.
Weather's gonna be good all day.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It feels great here.
Oh yeah, it does. It does feel good. But you know what'd feel even better if the bad apple came together a whole lot quicker. Thanks ATI for making your product better over the years. Right.
Right.
I think everybody, like, honestly, hear me out. If every vehicle, performance vehicle, if they made one balancer, everyone's got to run this balancer. Everyone just run it. All the crankshafts identical.
Raising Cane's.
Literally the Raising Cane's way of building race cars. Everything uses identical parts. All right, I'm gonna get this video knocked out. I appreciate you guys understanding the struggle of trying to get back in the swing of things. I appreciate you guys watching, and I couldn't thank you guys enough for all the support. So thank you guys so much. Comment, like, subscribe. We'll see you guys in tomorrow's upload.
He get to buy this round. John Doc got to buy this round. The black sheep on the property. He got to buy for the next round. 15